Alright everybody, so here's a quick update. I know it's been a while. I basically had to just go ahead and throw in the towel, wave the white flag on the 2025 deer season. Was super slow up in Tennessee and Kentucky, as I'm sure you all saw. Didn't have any better luck here in at the property. Saw one small spike one day I was out up here on the property, but tis what it is. So I've got a ton of projects that I want to get into really good. I am having knee replacement surgery in 7 days, which means I won't be able to get up here in the springtime and hit these things. So I'm going to try to get as much as knocked out as I can. So this is the current water hole situation that I have, and it works okay. I think those are about 20 gallons a piece. But what I want to do, I have my tiller here because I don't have an excavator or anything of the sort. So I got my tiller. I'm going to take this tiller out and just kind of try to cut that a little bit larger, a little bit longer and wider, and then and a little deeper maybe also. And I got this pond liner that I want to put down in there, and I've got a 60-gallon water bladder that I will just run back and forth until I get it get it all full. And I'm hoping it's already kind of an attractant. I'm hoping that'll just obviously hold more water. It's hard to get up here and fill it several times throughout the year, so I'm hoping that'll hold more water. So I don't want it to be huge, but just kind of widen it and lengthen it a little bit. And then this trip also, what I want to do, so this is just kind of like the bedding area, what I'm hoping will become a bedding area that I got kind of established, or getting established. And I mean, it's basically all natives right now. It's all switchgrass. There's some giant miscanthus coming up in here that you may be able to see. But what I want to do, some of these trees that are close enough, like right around the perimeter, I think I want to, like this one here, I think I want to bring those down into the middle here, some along that edge over there. So like, as you can see, these are all pines, right? So there's nothing, absolutely nothing in here that could be hinge cut or anything like that. So pretty much everything is going to have to be I'm going to have to fell it. So I'm thinking about knocking some down and just kind of creating a little bit more structure in here, because right now it's just straight grasses. I did plant, and they're kind of slowly coming up. I think it takes a couple seasons to establish, but I planted some like forbs and different things like that. So hopefully those will start to establish. Some wildflowers, those will start to establish and come up also and be a little bit more attractive. And if it gets too awfully cluttered, I don't want to clutter it up, but if it gets too awfully cluttered, then I will just come back with a chainsaw and open it up a little bit. So, and that's going to be the same thing for the other bedding area that I'm trying to establish on that side, and the new one that we just cut in. So we will see. Hopefully the vision comes to fruition. So for right now though, I'm gonna go ahead and get to trying to cut this in with this tiller and see how it goes. It's kind of misty, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put the camera on the tripod. Also, this is a new camera, so tell me what you guys think about the quality of the footage. All right, enough talk, time to work. So check in with you in a few. Alright, so here's what we got. I mean, it's pretty good. It's significantly deeper, widened it out a little bit. So now if I can just, I'll get this pond liner in there and get it kind of sanded in around the edges. The pond liner is huge. It's like 14 by 14. So I'll probably end up like doubling it over in some spots. But I think once I sand the edges down and then get the water in, it shouldn't be an issue. So on to the next step. Man, that is a load on the back. Alright folks, I think we have a water hole. Let's see here, just for sake of comparison. Oh man. Oh shoot, it's not a whole lot bigger. Good grief, I feel like I did more digging than that. Yeah, it's a little wider, a little deeper. It's a pretty good I think it's a pretty good upgrade. I would say it'll probably, if those are each about 27 gallons, I think it's probably about, I don't know, maybe 75, 80 gallons, maybe. If I could get 100 gallons into there, I'll be satisfied, and hopefully that'll last a while. So this thing is low. All right, everybody, got the water bladder, got my water jugs. So I got about 100 gallons of water on the back of the side-by-side now, and I'm going to see how this water hole works out. So stay with me. All right, folks, that's pretty much a wrap. So this is the Waterhole version 2, new and improved, higher capacity. So this took all of, let me see, it was a 63, just a little bit over 100 gallons, 63 gallon water bladder, and then each water jug was like almost 5.5, about 5.3 gallons. So just over 100 gallons, which I think will be a pretty good step up. Won't have to look at refilling quite as often. Will hold more water longer. So in between seasons, especially the dry season, you know, summertime, as it evaporates, it will still hold more water. And this thing off of Amazon, this is pretty much a lifesaver. Instead of having to fill those 8 jugs and make trips back and forth filling 5 gallons at a time, this thing is good. So I think the only thing I'll need to do is go to Home Depot or maybe even Amazon, get rubber tubing that will attach to that, and that way I won't have to try to worry about trying to maneuver the water bladder. I can just kind of direct the tubing where I want, and that'll also work well when I get ready to fill up the trash cans to do the drip lines to the trees. I can just feed that hose directly into the trash cans, and it's good. So also, I know it's pretty early to be putting out mineral, but I won't be back until summertime, probably best case scenario. So I wouldn't be able to put it out in the spring for summer. So I got to get it out now. And mineral has been kind of hit and miss. So when I put out the Antler King mineral just on the ground, they kind of toyed with it a little bit, didn't have a whole lot of interest. And I've seen we're mixing it with dirt, kind of incorporating it in the dirt. Helps a little bit. And then, so what I did another side by side. So here I have the Antler King mineral, which it's a really good mineral blend. Not a whole lot of salt, but tons of some of those essential nutrients and minerals and stuff. So I got that, and I mixed it with the buck bourbon just as an attractant, just to kind of catch their nose attention. And then I incorporated it in the dirt really well, so it's kind of mixed up in there. And then next to that, this is just Big Time Protein Plus. I think it's like has like a cherry rush attractant in it or something like that. But it's roasted soybeans, corn, sunflower seeds, stuff like that. So it's got a pretty good protein levels in it. And then over here is just the Antler King protein block. And I am not affiliated, associated, sponsored by anything like that with any company or anything like that. I use the Antler King products because they seem to be pretty good quality. Same with Big Time, seems to be pretty good quality. When the deer do go after it, they go after it, pretty good. So haven't had any issue with it. So anyway, got the camera set up here. I moved it. It's set up now on this tree. So right time of year, it will capture the licking branch and the mock scrape. That the scrape actually looks like it was active during season. And I do have a video of there was a small buck in here that came right past where the old location for the bedding camera was, on the tree back there. I have him coming right in front of that tree towards this scrape. The only problem is this tree is where the Waterhole camera used to be, and it had died by then. So I didn't catch on camera whether he was actually working the scrape or not. But I do have a couple videos of some bucks in the area, kind of headed this way. So I assume it was active during the season. So now should be able to pick that up and shouldn't have any battery issues. This is the Moultrie Edge 2 Pro, and I've got it set on with the solar power source, and it should be hopefully it can get some charge. That's the only problem, is that this is south facing, and it needs a decent amount of sunlight to get that charge, and it doesn't get that all day long. So hopefully as the sun moves over, it will get that. But here's the point of view from the Waterhole camera. So we got the block, the mineral, and then the protein plus on that side, and of course the Waterhole in the middle. So that's pretty much a wrap for today. Today it's New Year's Eve. Everybody have a safe, happy New Year. Shoot, by the time you see this, it will have passed, but I hope everyone had a safe, happy New Year, and many blessings and much prosperity for 2026. Hope everyone is healthy, happy, and safe for the new year, or the old year going out and the new year coming in. And yeah, we'll check in with you after a while. All right, folks, thanks for checking us out. Like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you. Until next time, VVO out.